allowed the two
It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Remember, share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them, Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary.
Just so you know, naira to dollar this hour is now 1,251 naira to a dollar. Just for the record, share the broadcast.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Thank you so much. Read the caption of the broadcast, okay? Read the description as well. And then share it like the broadcast, okay? Meanwhile, the Supreme Court of Nigeria 7-man panel sat today to listen to the appeal of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar against Tinubu. I'm going to take you into the conversation tonight so that you will have a clearer picture, at least, of what happened. So many believe that this is a foregone conclusion. But even at that, a lot of people want to see how they want to turn and twist this. They are already doing that.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé sọ́ra yìí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Ayé sọ́ra yìí.
Isokolu today. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to share that with you too.
Ayé sọ́ra yìí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Today. So let us start. I don't come. You know, they will say, if you come anyhow, then you just have to start anyhow. So let's get it started. Good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And then good evening to you. From wherever you are watching from, okay? It is Maiyegun Live. And the long-awaited week is here. And this is the week that is somehow has been the highest, most expectant week of October. You know, we've been waiting for so long for so many things, including the Supreme Court of Nigeria listening to the appeal between Atiku, Obi, and Tinubu. For the sake of, you know, the importance of this conversation, so I'm going to use their names correctly, okay? Now that we are getting to that very, very important part of the journey of the young and the old Nigerians who put together the best of the best political movement that Nigeria has ever seen in a long time, called them the Obedient. They've had a very good run. And in the course of their movement of over a year now, they have been able to challenge the establishment at a very strong chokehold that all of us can attest to. Many people didn't believe or expect them to come this far, but they have proven indeed that if the game is fair, they can end the criminal enterprise in Nigeria, at least using their election. But in the course of over 17 months now, even the average of the Obedient themselves, they now know better how corrupt. And thanks to them as well, their movement has been able to confirm so many things that we have been trying to explain to a lot of people in the past, that you cannot beat them in their game, especially the game they set the rules. You can never beat them in an election if they have to rig you so openly. Not many believed that until they experienced it themselves. A lot of the Obedient today now know better how effed up Nigeria is. And that is why, now that we are getting to the last stage of that journey, some will tell you, no, Maiyegun, there is no last stage. This one is just going to be the determinant of what is going to happen next. I said, okay, take me on that ride. However, when INEC told them to go and get PVC, they believed INEC. They disbelieved Maiyegun, because they believed that they have to have that experience to prove me right or wrong. INEC rigged them out. And the wahala of that rigging is what has now opened up so many other Pandora today. Majority of them, which has now led to the stage where Nigeria has now become a narco state, a fake country. However, they were told to go to court. Okay? And some of them believed too. They believed that, you know what? We are going to get back our mandates in court. We have evidence. We have all of the evidence to prove that this man was rigged in. I said, listen, with all of the evidence, the system is programmed to be like exactly what it is. But it's fine. Go to court. And that was when go to court was renting the hair in Nigeria. Indeed, there were many other people who still believed that the judiciary could be the last hope. Until the judiciary started sponsoring influencers on social media in what they were fighting back bullying. They said, these Nigerians that were demanding for their stolen mandate, they were bullies and they must never be allowed to near power. They've been called different names. And today, many of disobedient themselves will tell you, they now understand what it means when we say the establishment. They now know. Now that they believe that they are actually fighting for what should be the best for Nigeria, devoid of corruption, competent people, people with character. Do you understand? So they have witnessed, and they are now witnessing it right now, that those they thought were responsible and respectable people in the society, they were part of the establishment. A lot of these young Nigerians have now realized that if they didn't participate, they probably will never know. And this continue to make their sort of, their anger to continue to boil and boil. The more they understand how corrupt, how rigged Nigeria's system is, the more angrier they have become, which is good. It is a very good anger. And I love the fact that they have kept it at that level, just like the moment they started. And I love them for that. Some of them are still hoping that maybe this judiciary Supreme Court will do something, because all of the evidence were never looked into. All of the rigging evidence were never looked into because of technicality and how the witnesses were called, how the evidences were presented and time, blah, blah, blah. No evidence was looked into. Therefore, Kolu was confirmed by the tribunal. Now, you all witnessed that, and it broke so many people's hearts. And I remember on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we learned a phrase then, which I think I was the one who advised everyone that we should manage our expectations. Abi, I said, I know how corrupt Nigerian system is. And I know how shameless they actually do things that are so illegal, and they will grandstand on it. I have seen them happen again and again and again. But a lot of you don't think they will happen again because you are interested now until they happened. Yeah? However, there are still few people who still feels like the Supreme Courts will look into the evidence that the tribunal did not look into. The Tinubu's legal team at the tribunal, they did not call witness, they didn't call more than one witness. The entire INEC and APC, one witness. Despite all other witnesses, the Atiku could call about 32 witnesses. Peter Obi called like about 12 witnesses, experts in the areas of where they were probing. They listened to all of the witnesses, so they presented all of the evidences. So when it was time for them to give judgment, the tribunal judges, you know what they started saying? They started attacking Obi and Atiku. The defense that Tinubu couldn't put up at the tribunal. Now the judges of the tribunal, they defend Tinubu. In one of the hearings at the tribunal, listen to this. One of the judges asked Atiku's lawyer on the issue of forfeiture of $460,000 for heroin trafficking in America. They said, that judge said, I mean, that was a long time ago. Are you not a Christian? Like, do you not, I mean, should we not forgive and forget? Judge, they still ask plenty of person where they will bring a petition. Another one of them asked one of the witnesses that they brought in during the tribunal and said, if Tinubu, I mean, sorry, I said I will use their real name, sorry. If Tinubu was your family member, would you be happy that people that is being harassed because of his academic record and his past? Now, George, they ask witness at the tribunal. George was asking them, he said, if Tinubu was a family member, would you be happy that he's been embarrassed and harassed because of his record? But let us all be clear and very honest here. No be say all of us go be honest anyway. But let's separate facts from fictions. Tinubu submitted academic record to INEC, this same INEC in Nigeria, in 1998, that he wanted to be governor. The academic record that Tinubu submitted to INEC, this same Nigeria INEC, 24 years ago, is different from the same academic record that Tinubu has submitted to INEC in this 2023. The same INEC, they have the two documents, the two fake documents, fake academic records. So it is the same INEC that went to court and said the court should not take any evidence from Atiku and Obi. And George was asking, if Tinubu is your brother, are you going to be happy that he's been harassed because of his academic record? So why are you there in court then? Why did they say they should go to court then? So it was the judges that were now defending Tinubu in their judgment. They said the petitioners, Atiku and Obi, they are using social media to harass them. Now, judgment, they were reading judgment, presidential election judgment. They said that the opposite, they are using. Did they expect them, the judges, to go and look for evidence for them? They came here without any evidence. They came here without any witness or anything. And then they went on social media and they started saying all lies on judiciary, all lies on judiciary. So do you want us to be the one to go to market and go and look for evidence to back your petition? Now so judge, they tell petitioner, same judges that in their judgment, they said, evidence exhibit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhibit XYZ, ABC, XYZ, witnesses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are hereby cancelled out of this, out of our consideration because you did not submit the petition, or you did not submit their names the same day you submitted your petition. You only submitted their names later. So they removed all of the evidence. So they now said, are you expecting us to go and look for evidence for you? That's what they were reading to people. People were hearing the judgment. They were like, Nigeria is finished. That time, they haven't done Chicago State University forgery and deposition. So Supreme Court, they sat today. You want me to tell you what happened inside the court? We know why the Supreme Court is hurriedly put together. And for those who followed the conversation in court today, there's no need to tell you. Say then go throw this thing out. You don't need anybody at this point. I will explain it to you. Just relax. And I have told you many times, for some people who are mostly impatient, am I going to continue, Charade? Continue, you are going here and there. So journalism, as they call it, they say journalism is storytelling, even though I not be journalist. It is called storytelling. And when you have a chance of narrating the story very well, that place that you are seated now, that place you are seated watching me, what you are doing there is that you are now digesting the original story. So you are being helped to understand what the conclusion would be and how you should handle that. Everybody don't enter one chance already, last Nigeria is concerned. But by the time I kind of explain to you the conversation they had in their court today, Supreme Court today, you won't need anybody to tell you that they are going to throw everything out and they are going to legitimize Tinubu. Okay? The conversation of the justices today, their line of questioning, don't give the answer already. But don't worry, we'll get there. Back in America, Tinubu is not giving up on trying to delay the FBI document release. All those is a criminal record, all the release. Is doing everything to delay it. He knows that he can't stop it. Sure, you get. Today, the Aaron Greenspan and his chambers, they have filed that because of this FBI, CIA, Internal Revenue, and also about 5 of United States of America's government agencies are being sued. And what Tinubu is asking for is that in court in America right now is that please tell them not to release the documents now. Okay? Please, just let them give me a few days before they will do it. Meanwhile, Aaron Greenspan, who is demanding for that release and all that, yeah, is filing a motion, has filed a motion today. Has filed a motion last week, Friday, and they expected the court to rule on that today. That was when Tinubu brought his own case. This is it. Sorry, it's a long story there. I'll tell you the content, okay? And in all of these things they wrote inside there, what they are begging for is that if they release the documents now, they are going to destroy him and his political opposition. They are going to use it against him and they can bring down Nigeria. This is what they have in all of this. So they are begging American courts to tell FBI to hold on. While in Nigeria, Tinubu have succeeded in making sure that the Supreme Court of Nigeria quickly, hurriedly, come together and listen to whatever Atiku and Obi say they want to say, okay? And give their judgment. And as you are watching this video, the Supreme Court of Nigeria says they are going to give their judgment on the 2nd of November. And 2nd of November is going to be next week. So Tinubu is asking the courts in America to please tell FBI to hold on. So that once they legitimize him in Nigeria, they can now use that as a weapon to begin to hunt down everyone that asks about Tinubu's forgery or Tinubu's heroin trafficking and every other thing that the Nigerian court failed to look at their evidence. They will begin to go after everyone that time. That's going to be their own legal backing. And they want that to happen before any FBI thing at all. So, 2 of the initially selected justices to be part of the panel to listen to Atiku's petition and Peter Obi's petition. Now, let us first go through that of Atiku's. Remember that Supreme Court is not like it's not like normal courts. I think I should just remind us of that because that is very important for you to understand everything else I'm going to say about the actions and whatever operations of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. Supreme Court of Nigeria is like a policy court, kind of. It is not like even though they act based on the Constitution, they will say, but they are so privileged, okay, to, in fact, go over the Constitution by looking for something else that to back whatever decision they want to make. It's like policy court kind of, sha. Oh, problem near my jeba in senior because I don't know if I give you if I manage to really explain it the way it is. Well, anyway, let's leave that. So what that means is that the Supreme Court of Nigeria can ignore constitution, kind of, in their own deliberation. And most of the time in Nigeria, they have ignored the Nigeria constitution many times. Okay? And whenever they ignore the Nigerian constitution, they usually use the word, or should you use the word phrase, the phrase sake of national unity. Do you understand that? There are so many factors that they will say guides their own decision. For example, Nigeria Constitution says, if you forged a certificate and you swear under oath that certificate is original and they discover that it's fake, that means you have committed perjury. You have to go to jail for 10 years. That is what the Nigerian Constitution says. It's very clear. Okay? But the Supreme Court of Nigeria can tell you that for the sake of Nigeria national unity, they cannot remove Nigeria president because of forgery, even though Constitution says so. For them to remove him, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that a crime has been committed. You have to convince them, not the law. Don't quote the law. Leave the law. Supreme Court of Nigeria will be like, you have to convince us. We have to be convinced that this person has committed the crime. And if he continues to be the president of Nigeria, it is going to put Nigeria in more jeopardy. And it's going to destroy unity of Nigeria. So you need to prove that to them. Not what the Constitution says. Do you understand that now? Crazy, yeah? That's why they call it a demonstration of crazy in Nigeria. And that is why Nigeria criminal politicians are very comfortable in committing electoral crime, financial crime, espionage on their own country, committed treasonable felony and all of that, because they can hire lawyers that after the first court, high court, appeal court, they can go to Supreme Court and give it a different interpretation. Do you understand? Is this that messed up? Because they will say they cannot, because you or somebody in America said Tinubu's certificate is fake. You need to give us more. And now let's go into that court. How they ask, because all of their arguments, all the witnesses and everything that the tribunal, the tribunal did not look at when they are doing their ruling and all of that they have been forwarded to the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is going to look into all of that argument again. That's their job, okay? They will look into everything, all of the evidence presented, the witnesses presented by Atiku and Obi at the tribunal. They will look at them, even though tribunal has rejected them, but their job is to look at them. If the decision of the tribunal is right or wrong. So they don't need to present all those evidences they presented during the tribunal anymore. They don't need that in the Supreme Court, okay? They don't need to present the witnesses or all of that anymore. But there is something. The Electoral Act, or the Electoral Act of Nigeria, is the law that guides conduct of elections, okay? Now, the Electoral Act and the law that set it up says if you are against the election results, you should file your case within 180 days. That's the Electoral Act, okay? That is not the Constitution. The Constitution that created the Electoral Act for INEC gave them that power. So, which means within 180 days, if you need witnesses, if you have evidences, document everything, you have to get them and present them within that 180 days at the tribunal. That is the Electoral Act. So they have done all of that. But at the Supreme Court, presenting new evidence or presenting new witnesses at the Supreme Court is not statute bar. What they mean by statute bar is that there is no law against it. Are you following me, by the way? Now, long story, oh. You dey follow me? Good. So, at the Supreme Court, hang on, at the tribunal level, there is a time that you can no longer add any new evidence. You cannot bring in any new witness, nothing. There is a time limit because of the Electoral Act. Okay? But at the Supreme Court, if you have new evidence, new witnesses, you can present them. And the Supreme Court has to listen to them because there is no law against it. And there is also no law that says Supreme Court must take them. Do you understand that now? There's no statute, there's no law that says Supreme Court must accept your new evidence. And there is also no law that says Supreme Court must reject your new evidence in an electoral matter. So which means now the Supreme Court justices, it is going to be at their own discretion, in their own discretion, to accept it or to reject it. There is no law that says they should do or not. Do you get that now? That is number one red flag. So today, when Atiku's lawyer got there, like I said, they don't need to present everything they presented, ballot paper, everything. They don't need all of that anymore. Result sheets and all of that. They've done all of that at the tribunal. It is that evidence and all of that argument that tribunal said no evidence and then dismissed the case. That same evidence is what they want to go and present to to the Supreme Court. But Atiku is now coming with the latest evidence. And the reason why Tinubu does not want them to release the FBI documents now is because any document that implicates Tinubu can help Atiku and Obi in their case at the Supreme Court. Remember, any evidence you have, just take it to the Supreme Court. They will add it to the ones you already presented at the tribunal. Yeah? So when Atiku's lawyer walked into the courtroom and the court started, the justices sat. So they said, my lord, because they've already filed all of those things. They've done all the filings of all the cases anyway, okay? We have new evidence that we are filing. And it is this new, under discovery. It is this new discovered evidence we want to add to say this man does not fit to be the president of Nigeria because of this new evidence under perjury under this. And the Constitution says anybody that used forged documents to run for office and anything, this is what should happen. So, my lord, we want you to remove him. In Atiku's petition, back then, there is no Chicago State University evidence. Like they just have this deposition now. Here you get. But they said something about him not going to Chicago State University and all of that in their primary petition. So, now there, the real second red flag started. When Atiku's lawyer said, we have we have a deposition here, my lord, from the registrar of the Chicago State University, testifying under oath that the certificates that Tinubu presented, they did not issue it. And by so doing, we want you, my lord, to disqualify Tinubu and remove him from office. That's a fresh one. In Atiku's petition at the tribunal, Atiku was asking the tribunal to, one, either disqualify Tinubu or they disqualify Tinubu and declare a rerun between him and Obi, or declare a rerun between, sorry, hang on. His prayers were that the court should disqualify Tinubu, okay, and declare him winner. His second prayer was that the court should disqualify Tinubu and declare a rerun because of the Abuja 25%, that they should declare a rerun between Atiku and Obi. Now, the prayer of Atiku with this new Chicago State University is that the Supreme Court should disqualify Tinubu and then declare him a winner. That's his prayer now. Now, let us come back to the questions of the justices. Having said all that, one of the lead judge of the panel, Justice Okoro, was quoted to have asked Atiku's lawyer that, hang on, you have new evidence, yeah? Say yes. In this matter of your appeal and everything that we have seen so far, do you think we should rely on the Electoral Act, or we should rely on the Constitution when we treat your appeal? And it's a very tricky question. Electoral Act says anything that has to do with academic record, whether it's qualified or is not qualified, are called pre-election matter, which means the Supreme Court of Nigeria cannot say anything that has to do with Tinubu's record, education, or what have you. They can only rule based on the conduct of the election and the evidence presented about rigging or what have you. That is the Electoral Act. If they follow the Constitution says if you forge your certificate, if you lie under oath, you should go to jail. Now, if the proof of that Tinubu has lied under oath is proven beyond reasonable doubt, that means Tinubu has not just rigged an election, he has also committed a crime that should send him to jail. So, Mr. New Evidence, with this your evidence, which also criminalized Tinubu, here you get, and should also disqualify him based on Abi. This your evidence. If we want to treat this your appeal, should we use the Constitution or the Electoral Act? Is a tricky one because nobody should be asking whether they should use the Constitution or the Electoral Act at the Supreme Court. The Constitution is the Supreme, Abi. That is why it's called Supreme Court, Abi. But nobody wrote that Constitution. No, people didn't write that. Here you get. We'll get to that part as well. So the second one is that the judge asked Atiku's lawyer, listen, we have 2 letters from Chicago State University. We don't know how Supreme Court got 2 letters from Chicago State University, but according to that justice, he said, Justice Okoro, he said, we have received two letters from Chicago State University. One confirmed that Tinubu attended Chicago State University. The other one says the certificate he is parading is not from them. They did not issue it. So which one do you think we should believe now? The judge was asking Atiku's lawyer about the letters. That, okay, one is saying that he attended the school. Another one is saying that the certificate is not from them. Mr. Atiku's lawyer, which one do you think we should now believe? Asking Atiku's lawyer. That is the second or third red flag. However, the Atiku's lawyer told him to follow the law because the evidence they want to present was obtained under a strict American court system. Here is the fourth red flag. The justice, one of justice, they call the justice Agim, Abina Angim, Another new justice added to the panel last night. That one now turned around and said, wait, this your evidence, this about Chicago State University evidence that you are presenting today, did you obtain it from a court room? Was that gotten from a court? Asking Atiku's lawyer. Atiku's lawyer responded and said, no, but it was obtained under oath. The deposition by the registrar of Chicago State University was obtained under oath, which means it's still under the law. They said, no. Did you get that from the court? Like, was that person, that deposition, was it done inside courtroom? Atiku's lawyer said, no. It was done inside Atiku's American lawyer's office with the presence of Tinubu's lawyers. And that was when they did the deposition. They say, okay, so you didn't do it inside the court. Now, inside Atiku's lawyer's, American lawyer's office, you did the deposition. They say, yes. So it's not a courtroom. No. They now ask again, did you invite INEC to that deposition when you are doing the deposition to the Chicago State University certificate? Did you invite INEC? Is INEC part of that? The lawyer said no, but it is valid under law. It's a deposition under law, under oath. Like I said, fourth red flag. So that is to say, they are now saying, since you did not invite INEC to that case in America, and the deposition was not done inside the courtroom, we don't think we are going to take it to. Fifth red flag, God bless you. We don't think your evidence is going to be useful. And can you bring that registrar down to this court? I'm sorry, hang on. Did you bring the registrar down to Nigeria? Inside Nigeria court to testify that they did not issue the certificate to Tinubu? They said no. He did the deposition in America, and they said, well, that's fine. Okay, let's have the evidence. Let's see the evidence you have. So that is the fifth red flag. Are you following it? No? Okay. It was now the turn of Tinubu's lawyers and INEC lawyers. And you know what they said? They said, my lord, don't mind this Atiku Jare. He has been going to America and he's been doing what we can call fishing. He's been fishing around in America, wasting his time. My lord, during the tribunal trial, the Electoral Act says any evidence and every evidence must be presented at the trial level. The Atiku no get Chicago State University evidence. In fact, they now said Atiku did not go and get a Chicago State University evidence until after the tribunal has ruled. So, my lord, you say you know now, we are not, you shouldn't take it. As the fifth and sixth red flag, just like a lot of you who were open that they will look at all of the evidence of heroin trafficking, forfeiture of money, properties, and the rest of that, that they will at least take a look at them, or take a look at the evidence of all the rigging and everything. No, they are not. You know what that Justice Agim was added as well, said? Because listen, you did not get the deposition from the court. You did it inside Atiku's lawyer's office. Yeah, fine. Tinubu's lawyer was there, fine. But INEC lawyer was there. Did you invite INEC? Because this issue is an issue of national security. That's what he said. He said, this case is a case of national security. So you have to prove to us beyond reasonable doubt that Tinubu actually forged his certificate before we can even take it, or else it's just going to be one of those news. But you all know that it is just a stage play. Maybe not all of you know it's a stage play. You begin to know now. It was now the turn of Peter Obi and his own lawyers. They didn't bring any new evidence to come and confuse anyone yet. No. The same evidence that they presented at the tribunal level. The same witnesses that the tribunal said they didn't see. They decided to ask the Supreme Court to at least, whether they want to use electoral act or they want to use the Constitution, they have a single job, a very one simple job: save Nigeria from these criminals who have captured Nigeria. This is not what Nigerians actually, wanted. If we have to, like, that's Obi now telling the Supreme Court, and they say, okay, fine. What happened then is that we will see you on the 2nd of November when we are going to deliver the judgment. That's it. Oh. All of the Supreme Court appeal, we are going to Supreme Court. That is it. Oh. Now, this man and the woman or so, they are going to now come back and fire the rest of you who they believe have been abusing them. The Supreme Court Chief Justice of Nigeria, Ariwola, is already, in fact, I was reading somewhere where they said that Reno Mokri was saying that he can't wait for the Supreme Court of Nigeria to throw out Peter Obi's case because obedient have been abusing and they have been bullying Ariwola. I actually read that briefly somewhere, okay? Right, at the court today, just so you see some faces there before we continue, right? Gandola was there, like that. And then I think there are a few others who are just like murmuring about and all of that, right? I'll show you.
Okay, sir.
I told Tinubu to give him his present job. So I told him, you are the one who brought him a match. I brought him, so don't waste my boy. Come to this side. You know I'm friend to all. You know I'm friend to everybody.
So, I mean, you heard that. I told Tinubu to give you your current job. That's what Ozekome was telling Ribadu. But anyway, they were all there to just put the final touch on it. And I hope a lot of you who have been following the Nigerian politics, whether you are from Nigeria or African, or you know what I mean, the situation has now gotten to a stage whereby they have reached the final scene of the drama that started a year ago when they deceived Nigerians that they wanted to conduct an election, when people didn't know they actually wanted to conduct an haste. Now, the haste has now plunged Nigeria into economic ruins. And that's actually the part we are going next. So the justices believes that if you want them to act on anything, you have to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. And there is one other red flag I almost forgot. And I mean, I almost unintentionally left out, right? And that is when one of the justices, Justice Okoro, in fact, I think it's Justice Okoro, the head of the panel, when he asked Atiku's lawyer, did Chicago State University issue any letter that denounces or tells the world that they did not issue this certificate to Tinubu? Atiku's lawyer said there is no letter, but there is a deposition. This deposition is very much powerful and legally powerful than just any letter from Chicago State University are. So Chicago State University did not write a letter to say, no, we did not issue this certificate. He said, no, they did not issue any letter, my lord. No letter. Here my hard deal. That one go hard though. It go hard to prove, say, Tinubu forged this certificate too. This is it, So, whether na new evidence you are looking at or old evidence or whatever, you better brace up and get yourself ready for waiting Nigeria don't enter. Because after Supreme Court, I don't know what will be your excuse why you are still, what do you call it? You are still patient. Do you get what I mean? A lot of people are saying we are just waiting for Supreme Court before we begin to actually react to this hardship. Before we begin to react to this hardship. Baba, Supreme Court will deliver the judgment on the 2nd of November. And Supreme Court of Nigeria is going to throw out everything, all of Obi's evidence and case, it will be thrown out. What do you call him? All of Atiku's case will be thrown out. So if they deliver when they deliver their judgment on the 2nd of November, you are going to watch videos or you are going to listen to the statement of the judges who are going to begin to attack you, obedient. They're going to fire you. They're going to fire you, Atiku, and all of you who are supporting Atiku too. All of you now, with their social media, everybody go collect that day. They will tell all of you that you cannot bully them to do whatever you want. And remember that Maiyegun already told all of you, in case if you have forgotten, she said you should learn to live when you are rigged. Okay? If you lose it this time, you may win it next time. That if the court, when the court rules, that if you decided that you wanted to now begin to organize protests, you wanted to organize this or that, you should remember that the people that you want to organize the protest against, around that time, they have the right to defend the mandate given to them by the Supreme Court. I just thought I should remind you, I'm not trying to scare you. I believe you need to be reminded that you cannot protest anymore. If you dare, then you must be ready for what is coming. You cannot shout and say, this is democracy. It's our right to shekini. You are living in La La Land. There is nothing like rights or human rights or anything in Nigeria. That's why we said, do not participate in their charade. Shut down the entire country and demand. In this time, I demand, either you start with, you demand for a new constitution, a new one that is going to actually set the pace for whether Nigeria still want to be one country or Nigeria, oh yeah, may everybody go in separate ways. Some of you said, it's no easy that way. Fine. They should take it to the revolution, to the election. Say, okay, I did my best. So say me. Now, pro breakup I be. Every breath that is coming out of my body, man, no tell you lie. Now for breakup of Nigeria. But the kind breakup I want and I dream of is not the type that these people are leading us into. The type of breakup that these people are leading us into. Now, if we say we go kill ourselves. Now, those we can't remain. You know that time when we did secondary school. Sorry if you know go public school, you won't understand this. And even in fact, yeah, you won't understand this. You know when we did secondary school that time, when we say you go to plan to, I mean you and your mates, una go to like plan to fight. I mean like if you have to fight yourself, kind of, right? And then we say no, don't let us fight in the school. Let us meet after school. Sure, you remember those days, And then on the way home, we stop by in the bush. Two of you that have been, bragging to yourselves and threatening yourselves. They will say, yeah, two of you, yeah, fight now. Then you begin to fight. Bah, go, bah, 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 go. Then whoever has the upper hand, the weaker person will begin to scream, Ella, wow, eh, Ella, wow, eh, Ao Jamo, Ella, wow. Sorry, that's a Yoruba because I'm a Yoruba person, so I grew up in Yoruba land. You begin to fight. You fight yourself, all your uniform, everything you torn, all your body, all your head, dust, everything. You don't enter bush. You know that kind of fight. But when it gets to a stage, you begin to sing that they should please separate you. Ejo elawa, elawa ejo, ejo. The people will begin to now separate you. Around that time, the two of you will just be like, but the person where the hand touch most, go they cry. I don't want Nigeria to break up that way. We were forced together through the barrel of guns. And since then, country with 520 languages. Baba, we don't even understand ourselves. We know they hear ourselves. But we managed to sit together, kill ourselves, kill ourselves, kill ourselves, kill ourselves. We couldn't understand ourselves. 63 years old. So I am a pro breakup. At the same time, all of now will be pro one Nigeria, but a different Nigeria, which will allow everybody to express themselves, have proper citizenship, have proper human rights. I know all of you will get that kind of vision. And that is why I respect those obedient. They don't see shege. All of us don't see shege. You understand? And they have stood their ground this long, free of charge. Nobody won't give them anything. They are fighting and fighting, but people, they try to gaslight them and all of that. But a lot of people like me, they don't like the obedient. And a lot of you should understand. Because people like me and what we know, and why we choose never to either waste our energy, our resources, or our lives for anything Nigeria, no matter how sweet the message sounds. Sure, you understand? People like us who have reached that stage, we cannot be convinced that anything can work again in Nigeria. We can't be convinced. But there are people who believe that it can be done differently. And rightly so. When you look at them, they have the credibility. They have the character. They have the competence. If you look at them sincerely, they are those who shown that Nigerians are not 100% comfortable with their criminal leaders. And we should always give them their flowers, even though a lot of us always kind of generalize at the end of the day and say, so people like me who believe that Nigeria should break up peacefully, they believe that the obedience, they are just distractions. That if to say everybody see what we are seeing, you are not going to ask for elections. You are going to demand for your country back first. You have no right as Nigeria. Nobody is a Nigerian anymore. Nobody has that right anymore. You all know this. Okay? It is dog eats dog. So instead of you now following the rules the rules put in place by criminals, you can shut the entire country down and demand for your country back before you can even participate in anything that is called governance in the country anymore. That is possible. So to people like us who are saying break it up, the obedient are distractions. Obi is a distraction. But to somebody like me, Maiyegun, who understand better that experience is the best teacher, majority of you who believe that Nigeria can still work, sometimes, if you don't see the signs and wonders, you are not going to believe that Nigeria will never work. You need signs and wonders. You need to participate in that system. You need to see how people get bled, how you get cheated, and what rigging simply means. A lot of you now have that experience today. In fact, you are angrier than you were a year ago. To somebody like me, I will support that because I know you are going to arrive at that same destination point that people like me, Maiyegun, arrived long time ago. So I could wait. But to some others who are like, no, we want to break up now. You are just delaying them. But it doesn't matter. The drama has now come to a stage whereby, after the Supreme Court, the peaceful breakup or the peaceful renegotiation of the contraption called Nigeria today is becoming impossible. Because after the Supreme Court judgment, Tobashe solidarity forever, Baba, forever in Kujenio. So you must be ready. You can no longer, after you have witnessed all of these shambolic, corrupt system, you have seen everything. You have seen the security, you have seen the politicians, you have seen the institutions, you have seen INEC, you have seen the courts. So after all of that, you go come they do soli ke. Kuje straight in. So if you no want go kuje, no go they do the soli with your fist, you must be ready. And that is the next stage. Because see protest, because anything more. No. You will not be able to protest or do anything more. And you can no longer then turn around and say, they are treating us like this in our country. We are protesting against bad government. They are treating us bad in our country. Hang on, no. What happened to our, what do you call it? Our connection on Facebook. Have they stopped the broadcast on Facebook? Something just happened, I'll tell you, right? We had, I'm on Facebook, mad though. I wouldn't even understand what happened, right? So we had about 800 people on Facebook moments ago. And I just looked up now. Guess how much people is there? 20 people. They would like to do same to me on my YouTube anyway. But they've not been able, they've not succeeded so far. Can you even believe that? Is that even possible? For your broadcast to drop from 800 viewers and then drop straight to 20. Anyway, sorry guys, if you are watching on YouTube, on Facebook, I'm going to advise you that, and you can no longer see Maiyegun, I advise you to quickly just go onto YouTube. Now I just remove the remaining one they have left there. Sorry guys, I need to kind of figure that out. Well, I don't say that they try. They have done so much to what do you call it? To place a kind of ban, or it's not even ban. They control the reach of my audience on Facebook. They make sure that people don't get to see Maiyegun. But some people are still stubborn. They will still search for Maiyegun and they will still find me and they will still watch. Unfortunately, that's a very sad one because a lot of people are actually there watching earlier. Anyway, so coming back to the to today's Nigeria under Tinubu, under Kolu, they themselves are now telling Nigerians that the hardship or whatever it is that everyone is currently facing, it is ideal to let you know that you are only sacrificing, and they do know. They do know that Nigerians are suffering. And they are doing something about it. No, it's not doing anything about it. I promise you, it's not. However, there is a part where he came out today, okay? And he was doing his bulu bala blue as well. Absolute trash and nonsense he was talking, okay? But I'm going to share that with you. I'll give you one tip of it first. Yeah.
5 million for houses. without corruption. If you don't change and plan the welfare of your judiciary, and you ask them to be fair, render justice with mercy, with an hungry stomach, new and affordable home will also be built at a record space, I assure you. We have all felt the pain of this reform. Soon, we shall begin to reap the rewards. It is my hope.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
You know, I know that a lot of you will get kind of annoyed, but I just want him to come and lie to your faces. And once you begin to get angry, I'll take him off. But I just want you to listen to these lies. You know, somebody who continued to, I did tell people, I said, Tinubu and his criminal gang, by the time they are done with you, Nigerians, especially in Nigeria, and you hear them talk about Nigeria, and you will be asking yourself that, are they talking about this Nigeria? Is this the same one that I am here now? This one I am inside. Of course, it's the same one you are inside. They have their own alternative reality and world. And whatever it is you are going through now, they will tell you, they understand. We understand. No, they are behind it. It's going to get worse. Tinubu is still telling people in October 2023 that he has removed subsidy. And people are listening there. He was talking to business people. In fact, hang on. Ma, share that with you. I'm sorry. I apologize ahead, okay?
Stimulate economic growth. We announced the end of a crippling fuel subsidy regime and the unification of foreign exchange rates. Combined with the effect of an unsustainable fiscal deficit and hidden subsidies, these factors distorted the money supply and created an unfair playing field for an elite crop of unpatriotic forces. But that is no more. It's gone. We have tackled these changes headlong. That's the hallmark of the leadership that I believe in and that you believe in. The question you asked me that day, will you have the courage to do the following? I answer all of you, yes. Now, my government has introduced ZEFRA, measures to resuscitate the economy, including 500 billion naira intervention to support small-scale businesses and the agricultural sector. By January 2024, the new student loan program must commence. To the future of our children and students, we are saying no more strikes. There must be consumer credit. The scheme we have to come to effect as soon as possible. I thank my team and my colleagues to build this program. Develop it now. We cannot talk about anti-corruption when you have to look for cash to buy a car, when there's no mortgages for homeowners. Where do you expect a civil servant to have 3 billion, 3 million, 5 million for houses without corruption? If you don't change and plan the welfare of your judiciary, and you ask them to be fair, render justice with mercy, with an hungry stomach, new and affordable home will also be built at a record space, I assure you. We have all felt the pain of these reforms. Soon, we shall begin to reap the rewards. It is my hope that this summit will deliberate and provide yet more solutions to complement the programs mentioned above, to mobilize finance for sustainable development. We have simultaneously commenced an aggressive domestic and external mobilization of financial resources and capital from a wide range of partners among several.
I promise you, I said I'll take him here. I'll come out when you begin to feel like no, Maiyegun, please, he's talking nonsense, because he's talking nonsense. That is supposed to be the president of Nigeria. After 5 months, is in front of business people there to say, oh, I have given 500 billion, which is a lie, to small businesses, and they won't tell him there. You need to build customers, something credit. The same nonsense he's been talking about before the election. He's still telling them there that he's already told these people. Now, September, they told these Nigerians that the student loan will become ready. They are going to open a bank, student loan bank. Now, he's saying to those people there that, oh, do it, create it by January, so that still lying, Abi. Then they've removed subsidy, which they haven't. I'm sorry. Like I said, okay, maybe listen to this. I'll come back to him. Watch this.
This bad. Because I'm one of the proponents of a market-driven exchange rate, given the limitations of the policy model or the policy regime that we had in the previous dispensation. All the issues around the foreign exchange, the crisis, the corruption, the round-tripping, and all of that, and the lack of transparency. But one did not know that the fundamentals are as bad as they have turned out to be. Because for some of these economic reforms, you need some minimum level of economic fundamentals to support them. I'm talking now about this market-driven model. What has happened is that our reserves have been severely or profoundly or considerably depleted beyond what many of us could imagine. Because what we saw, what later was revealed about the status of the reserves was far worse than what we thought it was, or what was being reported on paper. Particularly after the disclosures that followed the audit reports, the series of audit reports of the Central Bank of Nigeria. And you need the reserves to support your currency. If there was no information as to how bad the situation was, perhaps the situation wouldn't have been as bad as it is. Because apart from the key elements of the fundamentals of the results that came into the open, there was the major serious, speculative component of the demands that we are grappling with. So we are not only dealing with the demand pressure coming from the normal business activities and this bad.
Let me speak to you in English. That one is trying to kind of use diplomatic to tell you that Nigeria is effed up. Thank you very much, Totu. So somebody said I should get on, it's time for me to get on Rumble. I am actually on Rumble, and I just discovered tonight that I could actually go live on Rumble too, or put my videos there for everybody to see. Now, if you need to follow me on Rumble, I'll show you, except if now another Rumble I did. So that it won't be like I'm on another one. Sorry for the interruption, okay? I want to share with you what I believe is my Rumble account. I want to ask all of us that are saying that should begin to use that as an alternative to Facebook, YouTube, and all of them. Now that I discovered that we can actually go live on Rumble, so maybe you can now help me to get my Rumble account to that stage where I can actually go live without having to pay for that. They're asking me to pay. If I want to go live, you see, they said, if I want to go live, I have to pay. Apart from that, just search for Maiyegun General. Let's start with that. I'm going to change the name later. I remember it must have been one of those I opened randomly at the time. So if you go onto Rumble, you search for Maiyegun General, one word, and that should be me. Let me see how I can go onto my own profile. I think my profile should be, where is it? Account overview. Oh, so they can give me money there, right? Well, fine, fair enough. So yeah, just search for Maiyegun General. And I don't know, I think you should just like me. So I am on Rumble, and I'm going to try and then begin to put my video, my videos there, okay? Thank you very much, Chidi and everybody, okay? So now I'm going to go back later and check it. So, and I'm also going to begin to put my videos there, and you can go on there and check as well until I get to that stage where I can actually go live. You know me, my own stuff is mostly live, and the content can be indeed sent there, okay? So yeah, let us continue. Sorry about that. So what happened there is that, Ade Williams, you are not serious. So, I mean, I want to present something there, right? And I don't know, I just clicked and I saw money. They were even asking me for money too. You don't understand. They're asking me to pay them money so that I could go live. And I can pay them if I have the numbers of people who are going to watch, but you can make up the number. When I started MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I mean, I was never in a position thinking that I was going to ever get to a stage where I'm going to get money from just sharing my views and all that. You get what I mean? So the world is changing, and nobody wants this to shut down. Thank you very much. I know you. Sometimes you do that, okay? Anyway, sorry for that distraction, you will say. Okay, I think this is where I should have gone to my feed. Also, this is where I should have checked to see if I've got followers or not, whatever. So I'll come back to that later, okay? Now, what that man was saying there is to counter what Tinubu was telling, in quote, business communities today. Kalu was lying to them, telling them what they know already. That is lying to them. Then the other guy who is also part of their government said, things have gone bad though. That the Nigerian Foreign Reserve, there is no money there anymore. Okay? As it stands, Nigeria could barely service our loans with the revenue that Nigeria is getting or plan to get. And not just that, Nigeria Central Bank and Nigeria as a whole has no real forex in reserve enough to actually push back, because what they found out was that in 8 years of Bokwari, they had this arrangement. Nigeria had this arrangement that we are going to make available so dollars for you from their foreign counterparts, central bank and the foreign. But when we give you this money, the ideal thing is to attach it to production, attach it to something, so that will give you the value of repaying that back. But they said when they were giving the money to Nigeria, Emefiole and Buhari and his family, they were siphoning the money. It was like a free-for-all. And it got to a stage whereby those foreign partners, a lot of them could not release their fund anymore because Nigeria could not reciprocate in the same value of the money they are pumping in. So what happened? Nigeria, Central Bank of Nigeria started failing in fulfilling their own constitutional obligation to their own Nigerian customers, Nigerians' economy. That is when the speculators, according to IMO, speculators came in. Nigeria has already been broken from inside. Nigeria has been castrated from inside. Okay? It is a slow death that they did not even report. According to it, said they did not even report it. We didn't know it is that bad. He was talking about round tripping, talking about the corruption, talking about every other thing there. So that Nigeria Naira is currently at 1,251 Naira to $1 simply means that Nigeria Naira may actually get to 1,500 Naira to $1 by December. They can't save it. They can't help the Naira. No wonder, from what Tinubu said at that gathering, from what they wrote for him, that he was reading, reading from the teleprompter. Because I hope you know that I was reading that from the teleprompter, by the way. Yeah. So from what the lies they told him to be reading and all of that, Tinubu just told those people and said he is now going to pump in $10 billion. Just like Tinubu and Emefiole were doing then, in the name of trying to control the the Naira from crashing. He told those people that they were going to pump in $10 billion to save Nigeria Naira and all of that, because that's what people are now asking them to do. People are asking the government of Nigeria that, can you not just go to your foreign reserve and take some money out, and use them to back up a production in your country? And indeed, for those who are demanding for dollars, okay, and you're going to cut your losses, of course. That is why you have a foreign reserve. That is why you have excess crude account. But Buhari and APC, they've emptied everything. They use Nigerian foreign reserve as a collateral. They collected $31 billion. They use Nigerian foreign reserve as collateral. Nobody is asking them, what did they do with the $30 billion? They just said, we used it as collateral. Nobody is asking, where is the money right now? Buhari is still taking pictures. They are still posting his pictures that he's enjoying his retirement. Person we supposed to kuje or Suleja prison. Or just find a place in maybe, like for real, take him to somewhere in what do you call it? Maybe in Syria or somewhere where the war cell shall just go and lock him up there. They are still calling him leader. Sure you get. Now they don't have any money. The stealing of Nigeria crude oil is still ongoing. But because Tinubu said they are going to use Forex to blah, 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 the next thing, breaking news. Tinubu is now ready to pump Forex to defend the Naira. It was the same thing they said in June. Okay? In June, they said Tinubu is doing unification of Nigerian Forex exchange, which is not true. They don't get anything to defend anything. I don't know how to say this to you, okay? This is not like, but let us trust them now. Let us give them a chance. And I have read some people who said that even if it is Obi, Shebi they will be telling all of you now to give him a chance. That even if it is Atiku, they will not be telling all of you to give him a chance since I've gone bad. Why can't you just give Tinubu a chance too? Have you not heard people say that? That apart from those of you who are angry, oh, it's not my president, it's not my no. I'm saying, have you not heard people who are asking you to give him a chance? Like if they don't want to talk about the politics, they want to talk about how things are in Nigeria right now, then they will tell you, at least give him a chance. Let all of what he is doing, let us see what he is doing and see the result of that. At least give him like 6 months or even a year. People are saying that to you already, Abi. Remember they told you the same thing about Bokwari? When they brought this, their change, Abi, they told you to give Bokwari a chance and let his policy come to be. What they didn't tell you then, which you later realized, was that every action of Bokwari at the time was to further plunge you into the abyss of God knows. You know it anyway now. Now, I can tell you this for free. Those who are telling you to give Tinubu a chance, at least give him some chance. Let us wait for his policy. They are as dumb as a doorbell. They are as treasures. I mean, treasures as what you can think. And I can promise you this. They are criminally minded. As the same Tinubu and APC, they are telling you to give a chance. 4 months ago, Tinubu told the world that they are doing something, what is called, what do you call it again? They want to unification of Nigeria exchange rate, whatever that even means. They now went into the media that Tinubu has put together this new central bank wearies, who are actually those who also work with Emefiole, by the way. Okay, in case if you don't know, some of them work with Emefiole, the ones that are coming to come and rescue Naira under Tinubu. They now said, Tinubu, they are doing some meeting. Tinubu is going to release 10 billion. That all this dollar, once it gets to 1,000 Naira to a dollar, it will begin to fall. It will begin to fall. It will begin to fall and fall and fall. They said Tinubu has made arrangement. He's going to save money from subsidy. And he's going to make arrangement for $10 billion. So everybody that wants to exchange dollars instead of going to the black market. So even those economists, they are telling Tinubu to bring in more dollars. If he wants to save Naira, go and get dollars like 20 billion or $30 billion, okay? Just bring it. So everybody that needs dollar, 1 million, 2 million for business, for everything, let them have access to that cheap dollar. Subsidize it for them. And by so doing, you will crash the dollar. Omo, even if you bring $100 billion, the same way, now them and their friends will get the dollars, not those businessmen and women. And by the time the $100 billion is finished, they have moved it to wherever they want to move it all over the world. Nigeria Naira go begin to dance Azonto again. Azonto. Nigeria Naira, come here. Abana, that one a freeway. You know all those hilly road. You go to see Nigeria Naira, they dance Azonto, naked Azonto, on a hilly road. No break, no jam. Because the money where they take the defender and don't finish. They won't put that money in industries. They won't put that money in the economy. They are going to create an avenue of how they are going to steal the money until it will finish. If it's going to take them 2 years to finish it, Nigeria Naira can stay at 1,000 Naira for 2 years. And they will be telling you they are doing the best job. They are doing it to keep Nigeria economy. And the rest of you won't know what they have done to you. Moment that money finish, Nigeria Naira go cross border. Just same way. The moment Nigeria Naira slept on the 28th of May, and remember that Emefiole and Bokwari, they were the one who destroyed her. Nigeria Naira woke up 12 noon on the 29th of May. Can't realize say Bulaba, Bala Blue, the Jaga Bandit, the Jaga Aditi is now the president of Nigeria. Omo, Ninara Bajapa. Since then, everybody don't beg Naira to come back. Hey, we are so concerned though. I am so worried, Maiyegun. This Naira, Can you believe it, Maiyegun, that, Omo, I believe everything, oh. Maiyegun, if you know this hardship, this hardship is, I believe you, my dear people. I do. I know what it means. And that's exactly what that guy was saying, that they didn't know it's this bad. There is nowhere to go to and get any money. There is no 10 billion anywhere to get. There is nobody to give them any dollars to come and use to defend Naira. Nothing. They're just making mouth. They're just open. I mean, you would think at some point, let's say, maybe things will change. You have no idea what thing happened to Nigeria. You have no idea. But again, the actions of Tinubu has shown that you are not recovering from this. He has appointed nearly 2,000 media aid to defend this destroyed image, embarrassing image, disgraceful image. You don't even get an image, by the way. That is what Rich said last night. Rich, our brother from St. Keith. St. Keith. St. Keith, you remember Rich? Rich said, how could a man that could barely talk, that could not even say anything, how could you believe that that man is coming to rescue you? I mean, this man, oh, that's the man Rich was talking about.
All I want to do is dance. I want music.
Nuisance lele. Nuisance lele.
Nuisance in you. Call you. You get? Now person we want to rescue you be that. With different sellers. With their own flute too. Boom, 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 boom. Everywhere you turn. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to tell you that stop calling him a forger. Stop calling him a drug dealer. Stop calling him that. Say you're president. Naira we see a way wrong. Peak race. The other part, listen to this.
Speculative component of the demands that we are grappling with. So we are not only dealing with the demand pressure coming.
People where they talk say they want stabilize Naira. They want unify Naira. They already speak another English now. Now speculative tendencies, speculative people that are speculating because of Naira, and they are now speculating. We are dealing with speculative. They are destroying your lives and your businesses every day, but they find the right word to use to convince you that some enemy people are the ones that are making it difficult. Speculative. Before middle of November, $1.15. Before middle of November. Emi consobe for me. There is this voice telling me that Maiyegun, by the middle of November, pound sterling go down cross 1,600. Dollar go down cross 1,500, or it go down the romance 1,500 like that. You know that way you'll be romancing like, come on there, Joe. Nigeria Naira, maybe it could be like 1,400 and something, Just same way that you see Nigeria, pound sterling today, 1,470 something. So pound sterling in Nigeria now, Nigeria Naira is now romancing 1,500 Naira. So it be like say pound sterling daily here now. The value of pound sterling now 1,500. They go 1.5, but Nigeria Naira still day 1,470. So you got to approach the pound sterling like, come here. And pound sterling is like, no, you can't afford me. No, you can't. Come here. I be 471 today. I don't say you they go 1.5. Now so Naira go they drag 1,500 with the dollar. Probably before the end of November. Go just be like, they say, oh my God, dollar don't turn to 1,480. Oh my Maiyegun, I mean, so funny. Oh my, the 1.5, but now so they go the romance. Una go see get to a stage whereby you go change $1. $1 be £1 for 2,000 Naira. If you talk to my yen, speculative people now them cause
speculative component of this barrel. Speculative component of the demands that we are grappling with. So we are not only dealing with the demand pressure coming from the normal business activities. I'm talking now about manufacturers and business that need foreign exchange. On top of that, we are dealing with a very serious component, big component of speculative activities. So it's a double whammy. And that is what has, created this very serious crisis. And when you are in this kind of situation, it is difficult to go full throttle or to go to the extreme of a market-driven system, because the fundamentals are not there to support it. On top of that, we have huge backlogs that have not been cleared. We have almost a total collapse of confidence in the system. So it has been difficult to also attract inflows into the foreign exchange market, because to build your reserves, apart from your exports, I'm talking now about largely the oil exports, you also need inflows, and that is the way it is all over the world. You need inflows from foreign direct investors, you need inflows from portfolio investors, you need inflows from remittances, from diaspora, and so on and so forth. Because of the confidence crisis that we are dealing with in the foreign exchange market, and the terrible signaling effect that all the maturing obligations that we are not able to meet has sent globally, all these things have combined together to create the kind of crisis that we find currently. So that is my understanding of what the situation is and where we are presently.
All right. The first thing on my mind is...
Don't say it. Whatever is on your mind, sir, keep it. We have heard what we wanted to hear. There is this part of my childhood, and it has to do with this expression of what do I call that thing again? Pajarik or something like that. It's like this. I'll describe it, okay? You'll be in the gathering, and everybody will begin to sing their own different kind of song, Oriode, Jala, and all of that. So you get, if you are Yoruba, you understand what I mean. But in Ijebu, we kind of have a joke whereby people are making contributions and all of that, saying their own, and you just jump into it. I'll be like, Ma korin Ijebu. Ma korin I want to sing a song, and they will say, Michael, don't sing it, don't sing it. They know it's probably just like you just want to like bring something that is probably not going to be relevant to this conversation anymore. Michael. That's exactly what it is to that person, because that person just mentioned the diaspora, and he also mentioned trust in the system. They know the truth too. They said they are fighting trust in the system. People don't have trust. Me, where they here, you know the value where I carry. You where they, where you there now? You there Oshodi, or you there Oluwole, or wherever you are right now. I am talking because of Tinubu. You say they talk, you know, get sense. They're supposed to slap you. Did you hear those who are feeding fat from your money? Talking to those who matter, diasporans, diaspora remittances, $36 billion annual remittance into Nigeria from people like me. Now, people like me, we get real value. And you wearies, the ass lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the all-risers, Lagos Abobaku and Co., the Agbadorians and the rest of you, when the people like us, they talk, and react to the consequences of these criminals in charge of Nigeria, ruining and destroying the people's lives in Nigeria, you as Shiiris should not be talking. You don't get value. Let's be honest, so you don't get any value for that place. Your criminal leaders knows us. God bless you, Jared. Sewage rats. They are sewage rats. Remember, no, sewage dwellers. Now you go come talk, maybe a cockroach stay inside the sewage, or a rat stay inside the sewage. Anything where you know, say they dwell inside sewage. That's why we call them sewage dwellers. Now where did they live? No apologies, by the way. And we are not poverty shaming you or slum shaming you. I don't care anyway. You know, I am a very valuable person. A lot of people watching me right now, they are so valuable. These are people who have been subsidizing Nigeria, whereby Nigeria has not turned to Venezuela. But we don't have any trust in these criminals. They know that. With the corruption that Nigeria, with the level of corruption and with the level of the rigged system that you have in Nigeria, the confidence of people like me returning my money. I mean, we are the greatest investor, the diasporans. Now they go back, they build their house. Now we won't build the estate. Now we won't build this. Now we won't pay for that. $36 billion every year remittance back to Nigeria. It has almost, it's now almost 40 billion. Oh. As we are paying hospital bill, we are paying school fees. As we are paying for somebody's wedding, they pay for somebody's operation. Yeah, medicals. As we are paying for somebody's legal representation, we are also getting somebody out of the police net by bribing. All of us from the diaspora. People are even beginning to even pay money for ransom when their family members are kidnapped in Nigeria. The insecurity and everything that is affecting us here, a lot of people have now deployed means of, it better I move my family out of Nigeria. And I will not have to worry about sending my money there or putting my money there anymore. And that is also taking a real toll on Nigeria. They can't hide that from you. We don't get trust in you criminals. People who returned their money to go and invest in Nigeria ended up being duped. Some of us have died. After you don't suffer from abroad, you put your money back. They say, government don't demolish the house. Hey, they don't demolish 150 million naira house. Hey, cuckoo kill me. I'm finished. Baba, why are you finished? 20 years in America, I'm finished. They have demolished my house. I have a CFO signed by the governor. I have all of this, all the original documents. They said, no, I built on the sewage. They've demolished it. Oh, I'm actually like, I've lost my business because in all those things, people are beginning to have a rethink. I'm not putting my money there. And if I'm going to put my money there, I'm going to have to like be very careful. The more they ruin Nigeria. So if all of us will be Nigerians, we don't get trust in what they have done with Nigeria. And we know that that they have probably like forced to become their humble slaves or obedient slaves to them. I don't know. I mean, like all of you who are enabling them in Nigeria, you have, if all of us will be here, are being careful with where we put our money in Nigeria because we don't want to anymore. And they are already feeling that in your economy as it should be. So all of us will be here. That is pulling it back, like I said. If all of us feel that way, what about those who say they are not from Nigeria, non-Nigerians? What do you say to them to come and invest and bring their money to Nigeria? They are feeling it too. But their action will continue to keep everybody away because who won't go invest where their president, a certificate forger, now drug baron, election rigger, Mr. Violence. I'm talking about a real criminal. Who won't go put their money there if you are not a criminal yourself? You can't lie to the world. The world is more informed now than when these criminals were growing up. And for them to think we are still in the 60s or in the 50s, it's even insulting. The world knows and they know. So the consequences for bringing in criminals and then maintaining them or keeping them in power is not limited to just those who don't like them. It is general. All of us go collect, and we are collecting. So if the Supreme Court is going to say Tinubu is legit, which is what they are going to say, I hope you probably are getting ready. I mean, you are getting ready for the life after that. I just thought I should remind you. You don't, you know what I mean? Let us take calls. Mao, take calls. Prayer docent, I got your message, Mao. And indeed, we are grateful. Oh. So, and I'm going to deliver your message to Mr. Lukman. Okay. So, prayer docent has sent me to Mr. Lukman. And just like we have so many people on this platform who still feels like, even though we are so disappointed with how things have become in that place, and then the open collaboration of our people with these criminals as well. Nevertheless, there are still people who still feel like, no, I mean, you know, let's just give. You know, let's kind of not give up in supporting as much as we can. Let's give it. So, prayer docent. Thank you. Tunapa, it's been a long time. I've not seen you. So you are around there tonight, or I have just not caught your comment, Abi. Anyway, I am going to take calls, okay? But I need to go and make myself another cup of tea. So another cuppa. Then when I get back, I'll take calls. So do me that favor. I don't know what happened to Facebook today, but I have never seen anything like that before. Never. They would rather not let a lot of people see me. Then you see just 200 people, 300 people watching me. But I've never seen anywhere I had nearly 900 people watching live, and then the whole thing just dropped to 20. I have never seen anything like that before. But it is Facebook. Remember, you need to go and follow me on that Rumble. I'm going to copy my Rumble link now, and I'm going to put it in the comment section, okay? You can follow me there. I can go live like this on Rumble. But I just don't know if I can go live same time. But we need to begin to build that. So like the broadcast, subscribe to my channel, okay? We are just on YouTube tonight. So there's no rush. I will be back.
What is it?
Thank you. Sorry, I have a caller. My caller, hang on. Prayer docent. Sorry, ma. I just found out that it's actually a birthday gift for somebody, Fatai Musbao. I'm just reading the message again. I mean, I will get that delivered, okay? So thank you very much and God bless you, by the way. So, and then happy birthday to Mr. Fatai Musbao. You know, Joma Rodun, that's what a prayer docent said. Thank you. My caller. Hello there. Oh, well, I actually thought I got the call there. Are you there? Let's see. Okay, let's try again. Hello. Oh dear, something seems to be off. Okay. By the way, can you hear me? By the way, can you still hear me out there? If my caller is not hearing me, then something is kind of off. Let's see. That's strange. Right, I've actually lost the person now. Let me try another one. Now, if something is, I'm gonna.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I think that is it clearer now. So sorry about that, man. How you doing?
I'm good. All hell Biafra, all hell Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. Bro, how are you? I mean, how are you tonight?
I'm good. And just lounging in, coming back from New York, just listening to you right now, you know.
Right.
You know, the struggle never ends, you know. Thank you for everything that you're doing. You know, and it's mind-boggling, you know, just watching what is going on. And is this some kind of joke? Or is this some kind of a weird world that, you know, like Twilight Zone that we're in? You know, everything is upside down, you know, and people are just going along with it. And that's the most scariest part about it. But I have a premonition that that revolution that we've all been looking for is soon going to happen, because after this whole judicial thing with the, oh my God, with this corrupt judges and stuff like that, Supreme Court, these obedient people, I think is going to step to another level where now everybody's going to carry arms and then do the needful. And I can see it coming.
Can you?
You know?
Because Tinubu and his people are also never going to just let go, right? The moment they have the backing of the Supreme Court, it's going to be their own the tool. But the people should also kind of have it at the back of their mind that it's either you are ready to confront that or you don't actually fight it at all. It's nothing like a touch and go, you know?
Yeah. I mean, right now, I mean, it's building up. And people that weren't interested in before are now interested.
That's right.
So more and more people are angered. So things are going to happen. It's going to be bad, but you know, for any good thing to happen, there has to be something bad, you know, in terms of bloodlet and things like that. And then we now find our ways. Look at Rwanda. Yeah, I've been to Rwanda like twice already, and to see how it turned out with just people, when people fight back and defend themselves, you know, that's what's going to happen. You know, but let me not hold you up. Continue the good work. Oh yeah, Maiyegun, please, we gotta start promoting this Rumble. We gotta start promoting this Rumble.
Active, okay. I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna begin to put a few videos there just to keep it kind of active until we build the audience properly, and then we will build it.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, everybody, click the like button and support.
Bless you, man. Thanks so much. Now that's one there. We are going to have to sorry, I'm actually trying to get my second caller on as well.
I've been to Rwanda like twice already.
Hello there.
Maiyegun.
Yes, sir. How are you?
This is Windy City.
Windy City. It's been a while, sir. How are you tonight?
Yes. Actually, I lost. Not bad. I was in Nigeria in August. Lost the number. I don't know. You changed the number. So, and I've been trying since I came back, and I didn't get through. I was just lucky today.
I know the phone died on me, and it's been like a while now. It's been probably a few months now. But it's good to hear you back.
I know. Oh, thank you. So, and I really, really appreciate what you're doing. Because even when I was in Nigeria, I was so lucky to have a YouTube, whatever. So I just soak it in around 8 o'clock in the evening.
That's right.
So overall, I think the stage we're getting into now is up to Nigerian people. That's right. Honestly, I haven't called in for some time, and it seems like people in diaspora they're doing the most. People in Nigeria seem to they just sit back. And when I was in Nigeria, I asked one of the guys, say, how can you allow an elderly guy to be slapping you around and you just sit there taking it? It's like a bully in a schoolyard. If nobody challenge him or her, they keep on doing the same thing. That's right. So at this point, I'm not going to waste my time. I'll just sit down. I have a bag of popcorn and I'm waiting for the day everything will explode. If it's going to explode. If the people will wake up and smell the coffee, like, hold on a second. Are we going to be eating on the what do they call it? Where they keep the trash?
Eating from the bin.
Yeah. Bin is even better. Our own trash in Nigeria is in the middle of the road. Where they pile up. By the roadside, they pile up. So I don't know what to say. I was very upset today. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't give two monkeys about Nigeria. But today I was very upset because, coming back from work, I sat there and I followed everything and I just see how the
Did you see all
animal
those red
farm
flags I pointed out, sir?
It was spot on. I actually, at one point, I'm like, do they tell Maiyegun before they did this thing? We need to invest.
It's easy, isn't it?
We need to invest you, Maiyegun. Are you sure you're not at the table where they discuss that thing? Because it's pinpoint accuracy. Pinpoint.
Baba, it's just that people don't pay attention. All of us don't pay attention to some things. You know what I mean? A lot of us have a lot of you here. You have a lot that you have to make sure that you pay attention to every day of your life to keep your things running, Abi. So I just do the paying attention on the on the major ones that you don't have to. And it's the same thing. If everybody actually really pays attention, they will all see this whole thing coming before now. And sir, they probably wouldn't have invested their time. But again, life is a teacher, they say.
I was actually felt sick on my way to Nigeria. The following day, I went to the chemist or whatever they call it.
Right.
And I bought antibiotic and it cost me like about 8,000 or 10,000. And they don't even sell in a package. They sell they take out of the package. I thought the whole box cost 8,000.
Sachets, like those ones dispensary bags.
No, the chemists are where I made sure that the chemist was like one of the authentic one. I don't know.
Thank God.
So they took it out of the box. They taking it out of the box. They give you the sachet like that's 8,000. I said, excuse me. So what about if somebody doesn't have money? That means they just die. While I was standing there, I bought eye drop for one guy. He just came in. I'm like, oh Lord, this is bad. This is really bad. But what can you do? Yoruba will say, Nigeria, they are not. I don't think they are having problem. Yeah. It's only we in diaspora that are thinking like, this is not normal.
It's not.
It's not. It's not normal. And at this point in time, keep doing what you're doing.
I will.
And God will reward you. We cannot reward you.
Amen.
We cannot sing a praise song for you that will reward you, because if everybody listen to this in Nigeria and it's this sit there, there's something is wrong with them. And one more thing before I leave, before I go. There was a one episode that one lady came up with an idea that maybe you should have Hausas and the Igbo version. And you guys were talking about maybe you get somebody who speak that language, whatever. I know. So maybe you learn it. I'm like, that's a long way of doing it. Maybe if you can get somebody that be doing Hausa fashion, like you speaking in English, you know the way they use it, the way they do it, like if Russian president is talking and they be voicing over it.
I know.
Yeah, I know it's gonna cost money, but I mean, nothing. We can come up with something like that. You'll be talking in English, and the Yoruba will be saying the Yoruba, and the Hausa will be saying the Hausa at the same time.
I know.
So everybody will catch it at the same time.
I am, I like you said, it's all cost effective. If you really want to put all the resources together to keep rolling all of that out on a regular basis, because once you start, you can't stop. If you really want to have the effect of what we are doing, right? So, sir, I am indeed working on something like that. I need to have a place where I've got Igbo friends here. I've got Hausa friends here. I've got Middle Beltans who speak other languages here in Glasgow. I have met few of them. You know what I mean? So if there is a place where people can conveniently come in, for example, especially those who have that kind of expertise of subtitling or even voiceover, if there is a space where they can come to conveniently and do all of that with no disturbance and all that, I think I'll be able to deliver all of that. And I'm working on something rather, and hopefully it works out better. If it does, I should cover all those grounds, including all those platforms, and we should have all our messages, including my app.
God will make it.
Amen.
God will make it true.
Amen, sir. I want to have the Diaspora Radio app sorted soon as well, which simply means that for those who don't always have the time to listen to me live, apart from that, and then those who are mostly mobile, you know what I mean? Like you can be watching Maiyegun and then you are also driving. Now with the Diaspora Radio app on your phones, just like every other SoundCloud, sound whatever, all those apps, Spotify, whatever it is, you can have them there too. And you can listen to Maiyegun's podcasts, unlimited podcasts. But all of these things, they require the resources,
I know. And quick question, I want anybody in the audience, in the Gospel of the Truth,
yes, sir.
If you can answer, if somebody can answer this question, what do we think was going to happen today if everybody come out and flock into federal to their judiciary, something what they were doing? Are they going to kill everybody?
I don't think
everybody, so. Like millions of people.
I mean,
like they did in Niger.
You know what somebody said, sir? Somebody said, can you imagine that Nigeria will still be quiet if it was Omoyele Sowore that they rigged out, that got 6+ million votes, and have the evidence that they rigged them out? Do you think Nigeria will still be this peaceful or quiet if this was Sowore?
I don't think so. I don't think.
It's impossible.
You know what
I mean? If 6 million people, if these people rigged and they rigged Sowore and rigged him to 6 million people, and Sowore have the evidence that no, we all know Nigeria won't be this peaceful now. I mean, we will be having like shut down. They won't swear Tinubu in. You can bet on that. There will be no swearing in.
Anyway.
But here we are.
It's nice.
It's not Sowore.
It's nice to hear your voice, and my regards to everybody in the temple.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
And you too. Just stay safe, sir. Good enough. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. Good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening to you. How are you doing today?
Yeah. I'm good. Let me just pause you on my system. Okay. Right. I'm going to touch on some few things. I'll be quick as usual.
I mean, please go on.
Okay, the Supreme Court. I'm surprised some people are still disappointed that they still have expectation. We've been saying this from the beginning that there's nothing. I mean, they are going to even shock more people.
Exactly.
You thought We thought they told us off during the first hearing. This is even going to be worse. See, that judge that joined today, he's going to be one of the headmasters, one of the senior prefects that will be telling Obi and Atiku off on the day. Go and write that down.
That will be whipping them and then rebuking them and then you know.
He's going to be senior prefects on that day, telling them off. Now, number two, be ready. There's likely that every $10 you send or every 10 pounds you send, the government will say, okay, we are going to put some kind of percentage now belongs to the federal government.
Like
you guys need to be.
They can come up with it.
Thank you. Yeah, they will just call it one fancy name. Yeah, we need to build. We need to rebuild. You know, you need to be patriotic. You need to build. And where is the money going to? It's going to Tinubu and his gang of thieves. Now, number three, I hear everybody talking about people should come out on the street. The last caller, respectfully, sir, you should be ready to come down to Nigeria. I'm ready to come down to Nigeria. So this thing of saying, yeah, Obi did not do this and all that they are being out there. Listen, you don't understand. They set a trap for Obi, and Obi never fell for it because they were waiting for Obi to call his people out on the street and all that, and they will have arrested him a long time ago and even banged him in a dungeon like Nnamdi Kanu, and that will be all.
But what people are saying is that, okay, if that should be the case, would the supporters keep Nigeria cool if Obi is arrested and locked up?
No, it is after the Supreme Court now. We're going to enter the second phase.
Like, Obi wouldn't want to disrupt it, and they will say if he had waited for court, he should have been patient and wait for. I get
and they would tag him a terrorist. It was a trap that was set for him. Now another problem is I want the IPOB people to understand one thing. We all have one common enemy. We need to put our hands together and drive away these people. They are not more than us. The only way we can have Yoruba nation or Biafra or whatever and all that, we need to combine. We need to combine resources and drive these people out. Because if everybody listen, it serves their purpose for us to be divided and be pointing at each other. You are POB, you are Yoruba nation, you're this and all that. They are laughing. It's a perfect setup for them. So for Nnamdi Kanu to be out there, yeah. If Sunday Igboho was caught in Nigeria, trust me, he will still be there. He'll still be languishing in jail. There is no doubt about that. Now, this is where we need to be smart and all that. Keep all our differences that we have, the little differences that we have right now, and combine resources and drive away these people.
You know what you just said is similar to what Rich said yesterday. You know what he said? He said, I understand that you have differences in Nigeria, but can you temporarily put aside your differences and come together and deal with these people?
Exactly. It makes sense. It makes sense. And it just makes sense. It makes sense. I don't know whether you heard the latest. You know, they are now after David. They want to take him out with MC Oluomo and with his top.
I have actually done series of that too.
They are searching for him all over the place to take him out. It's going to get dirty very soon. I will advise everybody, every Nigerian, even here, they will even start to look for people that are very
try to hunt us down here and there too. And you said
assassins. You don't hear that somebody was shot. You don't understand until they start looking into it, and you'll be traced back to Nigeria. This man is desperate. He's dirty and desperate. He's a thief. He's a murderer. He's very, very, very desperate. He will do anything.
That's one thing I would like people to know, that exactly. He can be defeated, just like that. But people just need to come together.
And then we keep blaming Nigerians back home that they are not doing anything. It is not. See, it's not the best situation to be. How many people have got a smartphone? How many people can afford to put airtime on their phone and all that? And you know, they have the power to slow down, to throttle the speed of the internet in Nigeria. They have that power. So there are some places that you go in Nigeria, there is no network at all. Zilch. It's no network. So how do you expect them to know what is happening? Most of the time, it is us here in the diaspora that tell people in Nigeria what is going on. So that's going back to that Rumble. That Rumble is a very, very good platform. Even aside from what is happening in Nigeria, all the truth speakers all over the world, even the real truth about Israel and Nazi. And by the way, let me just tell people, we are talking about Nigeria. We are on the verge of possible nuclear weapon. We're not even nuclear weapon, and we're not even talking about it.
Like a nuclear
See,
war.
Nuclear war. There's problem everywhere, all over the world. There's problem just everywhere. So it's now time that everybody needs to get informed. And Rumble is a very good place. They have some very good channels. And they're very, very good truth speakers there and all that. If you want to get the truth and you don't want to go through all the mainstream media, Rumble is the only place. I've been following Rumble since 2020, and that was why I refused their stupid vaccine, and it proved me right. A lot of people died and all that. Look at all the propaganda and all that if you don't do this and all that. But did we not see all the people that were having a heart attack, which could not be explained because of the vaccine? Is it not? Rumble warned everybody. Some channels that they tell you the truth, raw and direct. So I think that Rumble thing is something we can do, and even if it is something that we have to do, we can put our hands in the pocket and all that. Just let us know and what we can do, and work on it. But Tinubu and his rogues. And remember that channel I sent you that I talked to you about. I don't know whether you checked it out.
Right.
That gentleman
praising them and all. I check, but I'm just like this. Then I'll just listen to me about 2 minutes or 90 seconds or so. No. I'll move it again. I'm like, because I don't have patience to actually listen to all those irritating people. And
that guy is being sponsored by the APC. The guy is the most stupid person I've ever seen. He came on Dr. Rudolph's thing about 2 weeks ago, and one professor gave it to him. I really gave it to him. And by the way, Peter Obi is coming to Dr. Rudolph very soon. I'll let you know anyway when the time is set and all that. So I will encourage a lot of people.
Yes.
I will encourage a lot of people to come, and I'm sure Rudolph will want to have you and all that. You have the opportunity to even engage with him directly.
Well, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much for the consideration, Baba. That's so nice of you. Right. Thank you so much. And you have a good one. Okay. Thank you, Baba.
Me too, Maggie. Bye.
So I have another caller, and if you are still watching, by the way, remember you need to kind of like it so that you can show that you are here. Okay, and if you have done that, don't do it again, or else you are taking it back. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
How are you, Baba?
Abro, you don't go Ayo, like California.
Baba, see, if I say Baba, you know one thing they said about us boys, I'll tell you this, AY. It's like, some people are wondering, well, women are wondering, they will say, there's something about men, right? They can be at a spot, and you'll be hearing, Baba, see, Alaye, Egbon, bro, and all of that, and they will be there together for like 20 minutes, Go back there and say, everybody should mention the names of those they know, and you realize that majority of them may not even know their names. So at this point, at the temple, the fact that you are here with me, thank you, and I will always refer you to that, Baba.
You are a prophet. You are a prophet in your own ways, because all the things that you've been saying has been coming to pass, and the things that you didn't even say yet is already happening. And thank you for all the things that you do. But Maiyegun, I was watching something on Channels Television today, right? On Politico Sunday or whatever that the Kibaloye show was. So then I made a comment, right? When you are talking about all these Buhari Dins, the Buhari Didins, all these Agbadorians and everything, I thought like they are just attacking, or they just want to attack or anything, or maybe you just have something to say about them.
You know,
I did not know that this group of people are gangs of hooligans on social media.
They are the headless mob. They call obedient headless mob, but they are the real headless mob. They don't get head, they don't get set, they don't get anything.
I made a single comment, right?
Yeah.
I said this regime of Tinubu that we are, Nigerians will end up drinking cassava gari and ewa and agbado. That's what we're going to be eating every day now.
If they sit down.
But am I going out of nowhere? They started attacking me. That look at this Igbo boy. I say, how do I look Igbo? Me that I'm a bona fide true born of Lagos. Mercy Hospital of Bimisi. Ile Adaraniju ni motiwa ni Igadu Goron. I want know nothing. One lunatic is calling me an Igbo boy because I'm talking about the wrong things that Tinubu is doing. Like, when did me criticizing Tinubu for the wrong things that he's doing, and you're attacking me that I'm an Igbo? How does Igbo have to do with the wrong things that Tinubu is doing? So me too, and I attacked them back.
Now.
Then it became a back and forth thing. And I tell them, okay, if I was in Lagos and I'm among all these your criminal people,
yes,
all I need to do is just call some couple of boys in Isaleko and we'll destroy your parent house in that entire Lagos or wherever you are in that Yoruba land, because I have the power and the means to do it. So it's ridiculous when we see Yoruba boys that have Yoruba name attacking Igbo for something that they did not know, and calling a true Yoruba bona fide son and daughter Igbos because they are saying what Tinubu did is wrong. It is very appalling.
Or they will even say to you, we Yorubas, that pride ourselves as educated, exposed, intelligent, and then you know what I mean, right? Now somebody, you know what I mean, like somebody will now say, you that rejects this style of Agbero politics, Agbero governance, extortionist style of a governance, and this slavish style, they will come to tell you, say, you are listening to the IPOB, Abi. You are listening to all these Igbo people. Is that why you are now condemning your own? Now you be like, "Sholori buruku ni nitori Ọlọ́run."
But Maiyegun, one of them tell me that I should send a message back to my warlord in Anambra. I say, what I feel what is warlord in Anambra? Is this one mad? What is this one talking about? Like he said, I should send a message back to my warlord in Anambra.
It's intentional. No, it's intentional. That's why that is why when you try to engage them, they will easily attack your parents. First, they will first attack your indigenous originality by saying, are you sure you are Yoruba? Because you are talking about this criminal. They won't talk about it. They'll say, are you sure you are Yoruba, Sha? I'm not sure you are Yoruba. If you are a Yoruba man cannot be talking like this. Then you'll be like, So saying the truth now means that I am not Yoruba. So Yorubas are not known to say the truth. So all these things are direct attack on you. Then the next thing is going to be like, you must be Omo Ali, who doesn't know his father. Because of Tinubu, nobody knows his father, nobody knows his mother. He denied them alive, he denied them in death. All of these things are targeted, though. They will now say, you have been listening to the Igbos. Can you imagine?
This are a lawyer. This are a lawyer, secondary school, whatever. There is nothing like a lawyer primary school. The only thing that I know, because I was born in Aro Lawyer. That is where Mercy is. Mercy Hospital, General Hospital in Lagos. Mercy is in Aro Lawyer. It is located in Aro Lawyer, and I was born in Aro Lawyer. There is nothing like Aro Lawyer Primary School. That when I was growing up, none of my grandfathers and my uncles told me anything about Aro Lawyer Primary School.
Honestly,
there was none. The only school that I know that was popular then is like St. Finbar's, King's College, all this private school that is around Lagos State, and all that thing. There's nothing like Aro Lawyer. There was nothing like Aro Lawyer.
So there's no St. Paul Primary School, Aro Lawyer.
There's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that.
School. The only
he stopped using that. He stopped using that since 1999. By the way, he no longer says
my uncle and my grandfather and my uncle's uncle, that are old today. None of them tell me any story about anything about primary school in Aroloya. There was none. There was none. And that's why you asked a question yesterday that how come that nobody can say they went to like the same school with this guy?
Yeah.
Because it is true. Nobody can pinpoint a finger because in Lagos State, in Eko, Maiyegun, everybody that went to primary school or secondary school or anything back in the days when I was growing up, all of us is like a whole street can attend the same primary school.
That's right.
The whole street.
Yes, now.
The entire street, that when we are going home like this, instead of us going home to our own house first, we will stop by our friend's house to go eat afternoon food. Before we go to our own, we will do our homework over there before we go to our own house. And after when we don't get to our own house, we will take off our clothes and go play football in our lawyer playing ground. In our lawyer playing ground. So everybody know each other. Ilé wọn ló ń gbé mẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ibẹ̀ yẹn tó bá lọ sí ibi ẹ̀yìn ìgàdú gan-an tó bá lọ sí ọ̀nà ìsàlẹ̀kó níbi ọjà amásì ilé wọn wà ń bẹ̀ níbi kọ̀rọ̀ agboolé dábírí àbí agboolé oníkò agboolé àwọn kò sọ́kọ́ ibẹ̀ yẹn ló wà. Everybody know each other. How come Tinubu is an alien? That is the question.
That there is nobody at all. Nobody. They grew up together as kids.
But
they went to school together. It's impossible.
If Tinubu go to Aroloya school, any school in Aroloya, if Tinubu went to any school in Aroloya, people from Isaleko will know who Tinubu is.
What about his
people
teachers?
People from Igaidu Goron will know who he is. People from Balogun area, Oja Balogun area, they will know who he is. People from campus, they will know who he is. People from Adeniji Adele, they will know who he is because all that neighborhood are all connected to each other. They are all linked to each other.
So
all of them are like
no childhood friends.
Yes, all of them are like 30 minutes drive away from each other. I was born and raised in Isaleko. People of his age, they will know him because maybe they are drinking on outside of the street. A big carnival, carnival, big campus carnival. Something. Somebody will know something. Somebody will know something, but this individual nobody knows. So how is like?
So now you wait. Now you say they know your papa, know your everything. Now you that one more Ali Jati we now say you are the Ali for saying I'm not going to associate with this criminal.
If I go to Lagos, if I go to Isaleko today, and I tell somebody my last name, they will like come because they know my family, they know our last name. How come somebody don't know this man and he call himself a Yoruba? That's why that caller that called yesterday, I kind of like leaned towards his idea yesterday that he was saying that
it's probably not a Nigerian.
I hope this is probably not a Nigerian. I kind of lean towards that caller somehow because what I remember as soon as that caller made that statement yesterday, I said, this caller understands Yoruba culture because we Yorubas,
yes,
our parents are not the one that raised us. Our neighbors are the one that raised us.
Yes, so it takes a whole village to raise a child. It's more popular
our
in Yoruba
neighbors,
land.
Our neighbors are the one that raised us, not our parents. It's our neighbors. Sometimes if we offend our parents, I will run to our neighbor's house to go seek shelter. Mommy, me friend know me. Our neighbor will beat us first. Then when we go back home, we will now take part 2 of the beating. That is Yoruba. That is Yoruba. That is Yoruba. So
nobody
when people are saying
this
that
man when he was younger,
nobody recognizes. There is nobody in Yoruba land. There is nobody in Yoruba land that will not know. They don't. Nobody even know his older brother. Tinubu don't have older brother.
Even those who are like, they will tell you that woman. No, that woman that everybody is calling barren, because we grew up seeing some women that they said they were barren, but later they will tell us and say no, she had about 3 children. No, her last born died. Now this that's how he died and all of that to let you know that even person way say even if you are the only child of your parent, the community will begin to protect you and say, you better be careful. He's the only person. He's the only person. Be careful. Don't kill him. So if Tinubu is the only person, he's the only parent of his own father, the community will know. Nobody knows anything.
Thank you, but Maiyegun. Thank you, but Maiyegun.
Thank you too. Take another one, Baba.
Thank you.
Good one, Nice one. That's AY in here. You get and I have another caller, or I have missed him. Let me see. I think I got him, but I didn't. So, hang on. I actually lost you. Sorry about that. I'll wait and see if you have a chance of calling back. Okay. Hello there.
This is my very first time of getting through to you, Maiyegun.
Amazing. There's always a first time, sir. I am so honored to have you. How are you?
You have no idea. My name is Alex.
Alex.
And yes, I am one of those people that Nigeria almost happened to. But I was lucky.
Thank God, though, that it didn't. Tell us about that.
Yes, but before I comment, on anything, I want to, first of all, let you know that my wife has used you as a prayer point. That Maiyegun wants to scatter her house because I am always stuck to your program.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, so, no, it's not in a bad way. Okay. Don't get it wrong.
So it's like, I'm taking you away.
Like,
okay,
Maiyegun don't take, like you're stealing her time. Because once I'm on like this, I get so stuck.
I love that. And you know something, sir? Just let her know that. I don't know if she has discovered that too. Let her know that that can be a very good thing, because if she wants anything from you and you don't want anybody to disturb you, she can use me to get anything from you, because you don't want to miss it and you don't want to be disturbed, which means whenever she asks for anything, give it to her and you won't be disturbed for the next 3 hours. I bet she's watching.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, madam.
Absolutely. Yes, it's so good. So it's so good. So I just told Maiyegun now that she's here. She's hearing you, Maiyegun. So
I know that you're just reported there yourself.
Uncle Maiyegun.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for all you do. My name is Janet.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much as well for letting him to enjoy his favorite show. It's not easy, so thank you.
I call you my husband, second wife. You don't get my time again. Now Maiyegun morning, Maiyegun
Well, it's a good thing because you two are kind of getting to know Maiyegun too, and it's a plus for me. And if I have a household where
it's good. So the thing is,
thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, please go on.
Yes. So I was trying to quickly say that, I'm one of those, or we are one of those people who Nigeria almost happened to. I use the word almost because
now you want to tell us about that, please.
Yes, I'll tell you straight away. When EndSARS, eventually happened, 2020, I was like, wow, this is like one of those miracles that we had prayed for, asked for. Now, what do I mean by that? I'll tell you a short story, and this story is going to help a lot of people, get better somehow in Nigeria and survive. Like I said, your program is more or less like a therapy for a lot of people.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. I'll just tell the story.
Yes,
I was traveling from Edo. Yes, I was traveling from Edo State. I went to play. I'm a DJ, so I went to play an event in Benin, precisely, right? So. And that particular day, I just decided to drive down from Abuja, So, and I said to myself, what's the point in flying 30 minutes flight? Let me just, enjoy the road and buy stuff on the road, something like that, So after the wedding, I said, let me just go back to Abuja. On the second thought, I said, why should I even rush back to Abuja and then enter Abuja in the night or something? I said, let me break the journey and then stop it out, just all of those things. Guess what happened? That's where they call bypass. People who understand what I'm talking about, people who are from Edo State, they will understand what I mean. That's where they call bypass. So we're just driving through. Then there's this pickup truck, police truck. They were just coming after that. I saw them behind me. They were just racing behind me. I was in my own car, so I was driving. The next thing, they overtook me, and then they just, blocked me like, the way you block, when a robber would block somebody. So they just blocked me, and they were police guys with no uniform. Then the next thing, he asked for my papers. I said, okay, first of all, why you drive like that?
Did I do anything wrong?
Yeah, what's the point? I mean, you are a police truck. If you flag me down, definitely I will stop for you.
That's right.
So he did stop me, blocked my car, asked me for my papers. I gave him everything. The next thing, he took my papers, took my driver's license, entered the truck back, started driving again. I was now the one pursuing them. Yeah, true story.
And they follow you. Okay, so you have to follow them in their own truck.
I was not the one following them because I was now without my papers and driver's license. So I drove behind them. Eventually, they stopped at a dead end, like no houses, no nothing, just push. So when I saw that drama, and then I used to be a DJ in Ray Power FM.
So bless you.
So I started calling my radio station. Yeah, I started calling my radio station, calling AIT. The police guy saw me, the SARS guy. He saw me trying to make a phone call, and he said, "What you did do? You want call?" He now said to me, "Dead body, they make phone call." The moment I heard that statement, dude, I was like dead already. And then the next thing, what he told me?
What?
He said, "I go kill you here, nothing will happen." And I said in a flash, I'm like, man, not true. This guy just murdered me here, nothing will happen to you.
Right.
Then guess what? I said, "Oh God, what do you want?" He said, "Just give me 500 naira, make you they go." And I said, "So because of 500 naira,
you
won't take life?
You will end me."
So guess what I did?
What?
I gave him 1.5 instead. I said, "God, take 1.5. Make I get my papers, make I go." That's big one. I just gave him and I left. Dude, I was shivering from Benin to Abuja.
Did you actually just hear that?
Now, let me shock you.
Shock me.
Simultaneously as that was happening, right in Abuja, police stopped my wife, mobbed my wife, right, same day. You understand? And my wife works with one of these, in fact, she works with EFCC. So that anybody really hear me, they hear. My wife don't resign. She don't live there. The establishment is too strong.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right that you when you were living Benin to have
I was alone in Benin. I was called. Yeah, this is Maiyegun. I called her to tell her my story. She said they tell me her own.
Now shock me with us. What happened?
So they stopped her. Police in uniform. If anybody knows Abuja very well, central area where you have Costaris Motor, there's a bridge under the bridge there. It's always very dark. No light. If anybody's in Abuja, they will know where I'm talking about. They stopped her there. As they were stopping her on this side, some other police officers were sticking their hands into the other side of the window because she didn't wind up completely. And they were taking her bag, taking her phone, taking that. You just like they tear her apart, and then she had to.
Hang on there, my man, Alex. See, she on her own seat addressing those who stopped her. While she was doing that, some other policemen were on the other side trying to put hand and take something from her bag.
They took her bag away from the window, like before she would wind up.
Okay.
She had already took the bag. Yeah. So the next thing they did, boom, she had to like speed off, and then she drove away straight to a police station. Guess what now happened?
What?
When she got to the police station, they said what happened? She was trying to tell her story. They detained her. An EFCC officer. She was trying to say, I am an officer too. I work with EFCC. They say it's a lie because, of course, the ID card has been taken with the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, they say, okay, can I make a phone call? So she was able to remember a colleague's phone number by head. And then she called that number. The guy now came. That was how she got out of that situation. And then guess what now happened? They told her that, how dare you say police mobbed you? How dare you? Brother, they don't tell me 2 times, so as I did, so I don't jack past things with my full family.
Man, I'm not going to wait here for something that I won't be able to live to tell the story happened to me before I take my leave.
Right. So we are safer where we are right now. We are better off where we are. Our kids are happy. But here's the thing. You know, when I listen to you, I've been trying to call you the day you did a program on people telling their story of how Nigeria has happened to them. I tried to call you that day. you know, I couldn't get to. I said, okay,
so sorry that we didn't have a chance of hearing this at the time. You know, something is
not your fault at all.
But you know, something is that if people have an idea of what Nigeria have lost, it is the human resources that they have lost most. It's like the best of Nigeria have left Nigeria or are planning to leave Nigeria. It's the worst that are now left in charge. And it is sad.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. So by the end of it, so back to the current Nigeria that we are in. I was just
you are now watching them from far now. You are now looking back and be like, man, I took a decision. It's the best. Go on.
Let me tell you, when my mom, when my mom passed 2017, you know when you're supposed to be crying, say your mama don't die. Me, I did thank God. But she was the only person left. She was about the only reason why I should be thinking about Nigeria. Now she now passed 2017, and I said to myself, God, thank you. You don't give me reason not to even think.
You don't. I mean, I didn't wish you take my mama, but since you don't call her to go and rest, now you give me a peace of mind. Yeah. I will worry less about Nigeria. Imagine
because it's crazy. Because if you try to talk to people about the wrongdoings, let me even tell you, at some point, to be very honest with you,
yes, sir.
At some point, my concern was about men of God. I was like, just people where they call themselves men
of God.
They get mind to see white, color, and black. They get mind. They don't fear God.
I tell you.
I sit down. They are the ones I worry. I don't worry about those regular guys that are on the street because listen, 2006, I was opportune to have a little. In fact, let me even tell you what it was. If you remember, census 2006 census.
Yeah,
right?
2006. I do.
We, as young guys, were like, or as smart guys, were like trying to educate people about census. I told them when I went to the Ministry of Information, for instance, to go talk to the minister. I had the opportunity to like meet the guy. That time he was this young man, someone Igbo young guy like that.
You just reminded me of them. Chikelu.
Very thorough guy. When I sat with him, I mean, first of all, I was glad that he gave me audience. Who am I? I was a nobody. I just said, okay, I go like, let's say, hey, come, young guy, you know. We sat down, we were cracking our heads. We're like, okay, do you know that the people that need to be counted sincerely, they are in the rural areas.
Yes.
They don't have light, they don't have television. You can't, your advert on NTA cannot reach them. I said, we are ready to go to the village and go and educate them on how to wait and be counted. Bright idea. Bros, I say, I see corruption, I fear. First time, one-on-one. Fantastic proposal, everything. We have put everything together. Guess what happened? They approved that job. It was some donkey millions. But for me, even the figures say, fear me. Guess what happened? The directors and all those people will go wrong, the whole file and all of them want to say, oh, not too small to hold this money. They could not drum like this, they could not drum like this. I was like, no, but this is wrong. Let us do a good job. I mean, let's go. So that was when I knew Nigeria would not work. The establishment is so messed up because the people who are supposed to make it work, they are the ones who will even give you the blueprints of how to
how to
eat from the system and don't do the job.
That's right.
My conscience didn't allow me. Do you understand? All of those flags, I was seeing them that time. So when I see what they happen for Nigeria now, I be like, hey, the next generation will not go here. I'm so glad my kids don't even.
Now the worry be that to next generation. I mean, I don't even imagine what the world will look like for my own children when they actually get to the adult age.
Yeah. So let me not take your time. Let me just say this real quick, for the record.
Yes, sir.
Boss, Nigeria is a lie. Okay?
Yes.
That one is already established. I'll tell you why I said so. Some Lord Lugar sat down with his girlfriend, like, we didn't make money from this place. So, what we go do now? We could just put it so that we go to chop the good. It's a very simple analogy. Simple. So they messed everything up and by say, hey, let's just call them Nigeria. It's not going to work until they fix the document called the Constitution. It is not going to work. And that's what everybody's cashing out on. Both pastors, imam, everybody, police, everybody's just like, they know. Now, coming to Tinubu, for example, Tinubu, in my own opinion, everybody who is fighting for him and lying for him and everything, they actually know him. It's a deal.
They do.
It's a deal. Yeah, the guy just come with so much money, and he said, "Look, if you now let me be this, be that, I will make you this, that." And he was actually fulfilling all his promises.
That's right.
So
the only people that he's not fulfilling anything to are Nigerians that he didn't promise them anything. He didn't promise them anything, no, Baba. You know that. He never promised anybody anything, no. But everybody that that participated in trying to rig him in or falsify things here and there, they are collecting their compensation letter right now.
Yeah, yeah. So, see, like for me, finally, before I just move, boss, they should quickly destroy the country. They are wasting time. They should quickly do it. They're just killing time by all of these court processes and all of those nonsense. They know what they are doing. How can a man who is a judge, for example, you see something that is just wrong, and you want to act like you don't know it is wrong, and you're acting like you're trying to... No, they're wasting our time by just trying to go through the court process. They should destroy the place if they want to. I'm not happy about that.
Everybody just see whatever is left, the carcass.
Yeah, everybody should do People could do this thing. Why are they waste time? Everybody, if you're still going to destroy it anyway, it's already destroyed.
Alex, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun. I'm so glad I got through today.
I am so glad that I picked this call. Okay, there are some calls that I always feel like, what would it have been like if I missed it again? I'm glad that finally you let it out, and I hope I'll be lucky next time. Okay, to have you again.
No. There's a strategy I use. I'm
use it again, okay? And maybe you should you should have Madam around as well. That will further probably motivate and
I don't think I'm come out. If Madam
don't leave you finally,
they talk 40 minutes.
No,
I'm not joking. She has too much to talk about.
Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take it easy.
Well done to the family, man.
Nice one. Thank you. So that's our brother there from United. I didn't even ask. I just believe from the US because the number there, right? However, thank you so much, everyone. If you are still watching, okay, remember, you also need to like the broadcast, okay? I'm beginning to get tired, even though I shouldn't say that. Okay, we still have like a 20 minutes to round up, or 15 minutes. So I might take this, and then see if I can take one more or no. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
How are you, sir?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Great.
I'm calling from Texas. I can see you are tired. You are doing a good job.
I know. That's why I said that. I mean, I shouldn't have said that, but I don't know. I just speak my mind, and then sometimes I oversay the truth. But yeah, I can still put kind of hold on, because I have to still do the job. So thank you.
It's not easy, brother. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Thank you.
But I thank God that He's giving you the strength to work for us, fight for us, because some of us, like somebody like me, I don't listen to any Nigerian news. I don't read their paper. So, but when I listen to you, it gives me hope, at least to know the truth about what is going on there.
Exactly.
Anyway, sir, let me go straight to the point. First of all, the last time I called, in fact, that was my first time, and this time around my second time. So there is something I want to address before I go straight to the point. Because I called last time, I made mention of Nnamdi Kanu, being my classmate, and some lady on the comment section say,
you now. Yes. Go on.
The lady said, "Na lie." Well, Tinubu has made everybody to become a liar. So I don't know why I should lie that my brother, my childhood friend from the same kindred, we attended the school called Library Avenue Primary School. We entered Government College Umuahia the same year. We were in the same hostel called Ereko Sima House. So now, because things are like this, Nigeria, everybody is now a liar because of Tinubu. But that is by the way. So I want to tell the lady that
those who actually knows all those places, and not some random people who don't even know you, okay, saying that it's not true. Those who actually knows where you have just mentioned now, they're probably sitting there and probably like, I think I know who is talking now. They probably know you. So go on.
Let them go and verify, like Obi said. Let them go and verify. Because the young man, what he's going through today, I'm not happy. And anytime I see you, I remember him. Because you, it's like you say it the way it is, and you don't care how anybody feels, because when you say the truth, anybody can go and do it. It's not going to change anything, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, now, there is something that has been bothering me, and I feel I should share it with you.
Yes, sir.
You see, sometime ago, remember when they said Owerri prisons was attacked?
The prison break.
Yes. I think the one at Ibadan or something, I don't know, either Ibadan or somewhere either or your state or on those states.
In Oyo. We had another prison break there too.
Another drama, let's call it drama.
Okay, drama.
So the one at Kuje prisons, the same thing.
It's the same thing.
So, and if anybody that knows the Owerri prisons very well, Owerri prisons is, is sharing the same fence with police headquarters. And police headquarters is just opposite, just across the road, you see the government house. So for them to have, according to them, did what they did for like 2 hours, nothing happened.
4.5 hours. They started from 12 and they left the place just about 20-25 minutes to 5 in the morning. That's how long they lasted. 4.5 hours. But go on.
And nothing happened. Okay, if you know Obinze very well, at that time of the night, Obinze, Army Barracks to Owerri, should be about 10-15 minutes drive.
That's what I heard.
And nothing happened. Okay, what am I trying to say? This thing that has been bothering my mind, these people don't have any case against Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have any case.
No.
And my experience is telling me, and that's why I want to share, and thank God to get through to you. My spirit is telling me that these people might, stage another drama, attack DSS one day and kill this guy.
Well, you will be the first
I don't know why I'm having that
feeling. You know what I tell people when some strange or very difficult thought crosses their mind. I always tell them that, listen, you are never going to be the only person who felt like that or who thought of that. You will be the second person who mentioned it here on this program, but they didn't present it that way. That person was like, what if they set up something like, for example, they say there is a coup. A lot of people think, it should be successful and all that, but there is no coup. They just want to make sure that Tinubu will use that, or this system will use that to kill everybody or arrest everybody they consider as enemy. Then somebody now said, you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in their detention, DSS. His application to have him moved to the proper prison, whereby he will be under the care of the normal people who have the training to keep him in their custody prison, right? Instead of just in somebody's dungeon where they just torment and, do all of that. So they now said, what if this Tinubu that could do anything, right? What if they now stage something that looks like there is a coup, okay? And in the process, some people have been killed and prison break has happened in Abuja, prison break somewhere. Then DSS facility, they will say, DSS facility was also attacked. And during the attack, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got shot and something happened. And I said, see, as much as we don't want that to happen, okay? As much as we don't want that to happen.
I don't pray for that to, I swear to God. I don't.
Your fear is legit. We are dealing with heartless people who can do things that a lot of us can say they are like only wicked people can think of them, not to talk of even do them. Do you understand? So that's why I said that if people have that thought, it's legit too. But I will continue to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is like that fish bone stuck in the throat of a powerful gobbler, somebody who loves to gobble and gobble everybody. Oh, this one I will chop you. That one I go chop you. So Nnamdi Kanu is like, I mean, it's not like every other bone that people just say. So if they go that route, they better think it very well. They better think their story very well. I don't wish it to, and that is why I cannot make any prediction of what can happen if that should happen. They know that. They know that. And they will never stage a stage of killing him in their custody. They don't want Nnamdi Kanu to be in their custody.
I just pray, Maiyegun, because these people, I don't know, from head to toe, all of them, these are where you have a bunch of criminals, heartless ones. They don't have feelings, they don't have conscience.
And human life means nothing to them.
It doesn't mean anything to them. And I'm telling you, as I'm speaking with you now, I'm telling you the gospel truth. My father was one of them. And there is nothing, even when the man they're alive, we don't agree. We don't agree.
Yes. Are you my son? Can't you just do what I do? I say, no, Papa, I know the do amo.
I never do abroad. I tell him offer my dead body because we not agree. Because that guy, now one of them, not billionaire, but that kind of billionaire, I don't want that. No. I don't want them. Okay, if you look around, Maiyegun, anyway, let me give you time to talk to other guys because you are tired and you need to rest as well.
I'm enjoying talking to you. See, don't always think about it that way. I may look tired, right? Sometimes I have to do what I have to do to make sure that those who are watching me, they don't get bored. You know, it's just part of the whole thing to make sure. So I enjoy talking to you. All right, sir. But if that is one very important thing you want
the last guy,
go on.
The last guy that called, the guy that the Yoruba guy, the guy said they are calling him Igbo guy and stuff. Let me tell you something. There is this man here. He's a Yoruba man in Texas here where we are, and this now my friend. At any time, I dey talk with this man. Oh, Omo Igbo, this and that. I called him one day, Baba. What did Igbo man do? Have I done anything wrong with you to you before I say no?
You've done nothing.
So what is this about Igbo? Now, if you mention Tinubu, this Omo Igbo, Omo Igbo,
Guinea, you don't like Tinubu, you Omo Igbo. See, but we are talking about government, the policy and things that are going on. You just say Omo Igbo. Which one that one has to do with whether I like him or I don't like him? No, una no like him. Una anything where you do, you know like him. That's why you know vote him. I say, look at us. They don't want to have a chat with you. I've been there. I know it.
Maiyegun, Nigeria is finished. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nigeria is gone down the drain.
We are all
it's
pretending.
Finished.
Someone will continue. They pretend until we are done.
You see, I don't know what is left. But anyway, Maiyegun, I thank God for the good job you're doing. Please, may God bless you and your family.
Amen.
Let me leave you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate this. Okay, you have a wonderful evening. Okay, I know you are still like almost evening in the US there. Okay, stay safe. Okay, nice hearing from you again. I am going to draw the curtains now. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's been part of this tonight. Okay, all the callers, the contributors, and those who made so much effort to join. And they are so angry with me because I spent so much time with those who got through and they are not happy. I know, I saw that. Okay. I'm so sorry. Maiyegun, all your tell callers to speak, deliver whatever to say small, and other people can call in. I know. But I just follow my instinct. I just follow the flow. When a conversation is happening, you let the audience juice it, as in like, enjoy the juice of that chat. And then, of course, when it's like getting too long, then we can change that. But I'm so sorry that because of them, you were unable to get through. Okay. But there is going to be another time. And that is why you have to do your best and subscribe onto my channel here on YouTube. Share the broadcast, like it, and all of that. And next time when I'm on, you will get the notification and you won't miss anything. And that could be the time I'm going to speak to you again. As you are dying to call in and call me, I want to call. I've been trying to call. I am also dying to hear from you. I love hearing people who finally get through for the first time. It is the same feeling. And to everyone who has been very, very supportive consistently, I appreciate you. Remember, if you are not on Rumble, Rumble is spelled as Rumble, Rumble. So go on there, search for Maiyegun General, I'm going to go change it to MaiyegunsDiary Politico at some point, but just search for Maiyegun General. I don't know how they do it. Like me, follow me, do what they do there. Because very soon I will be able to go live there. And I'm going to be able to go live on so many devices at the same time very soon, okay? On so many platforms, you know, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Diaspora Radio, International Radio, on the app and all that. It's going to be so massive. My voice is going to be heard on more than 6 to, should I say, between 6 and 10 platforms, regularly, consistently, every day, very soon. But until then, let us keep keeping it together. Tomorrow is another day. And thank you for always. I will see you some other time. Okay? So good night from here.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. MaiyegunDiary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.